Welcome to the Peopletrail Actionable Insight Screening Platform demo. This is the Actionable Insight Screening login screen where you'll log in to manage your account, order your background screening services, and access results. When you first log in, the first thing you want to pay attention to is the news and announcements. Mostly you'll see notice of court delays, and paying attention to those can be really helpful because delays may impact the timeliness of your files. Drawing your attention to the top menu bar here, you'll mostly be spending time in the order and reports section, and we'll talk about that in future videos. The admin tab, you may or may not have permissions for that one, and then the utilities, you can run reports, do stuff like that, and we'll talk about that as well in future videos. On the right here, you should see your initials in a circle, and this will help you access the profile menu. First things first, you can click on the help button there, which will lead you to, most importantly, a document library. This library contains sample disclosure and authorization forms, compliance notices, NVR releases, things you may need. Again, they're all sample forms, so we encourage you to run any of these by your compliance team if you're going to use them. The next thing here on the drop down, you can go to My Profile. Your personal information is on the first tab, and then you can set some preferences here that'll really set you up for success. First things first, the search bar up at the top, you can set the default method of searching. It automatically defaults to last name, but if you know you're going to be searching for a file number every time, for example, you can have it default to that. There are other options as well. Page length, how many reports you want per page to return after a search. Excluding archived files. So files are archived 2 years after completion. They are just uneditable at that point, but they are still viewable for another 3 years. I really only click that button if you wanted to make sure you just got recent reports in your searches. Again, these are just search preferences, so you will always be able to access files for their 5 years lifespan, but if in any given search you wanted to exclude the files, you could do that here. So the default report results details and then the default report results notes, this is what you're going to see when you open up an individual file, and this basically just controls if you want to immediately see all applicant information when you open a file, or if you want to have an expansion button where if you needed to see that, you can. Same thing with report results notes. If you want to see client notes at first glance, leave that open. If you want it to look a little bit cleaner and just have the option to expand it if needed, you would set it to closed. And again, when you make a search either for pending reports or completed reports, you can set the results to return either old to new or new to old. So next tab, you can update your password here. It has to fulfill these criteria, so keep that in mind. Next tab, multi-factor authentication. So we do require you to provide either an email address or a mobile phone number. So if you were logging in from a new computer, for example, we can have that extra security measure to confirm that you have access, or you should have access to the system. Security questions, you can update those here. With both security questions and multi-factor authentication, you will be prompted to set those up when you create your account. So really it's just if you want to update that information, you'll come here. So it's our hope that with the information on this video, you'll have some preliminary things taken care of. So when you start ordering and reviewing reports, it's as seamless as it can be. Thank you.